Home of the Milwaukee Bucks and the Brewers, and famous art museum. From Cinema Studios, this is the ABC Adinkras Show. I'm Nina. Your host is Margarino Bennett.
Welcome to AdinkrasSept Show. Did you know that all of the money that you spend on deodorant is because you stink of the arms? Of course you know that. But did you know that you did not have to stink under the arms? See, the stinking of the arms is because of the rotten meat clinging on to your digestive cells and all over the place. Now, I use some deodorant, but I use very cheap deodorant and really don't have to use it. Let's just get to some clips real quick, because we're going to get seriously busy.
For the first time in 14 years, this is where head coach Jim Teachin watched Whitefish Bay play their first game of the year. He was diagnosed with brain cancer right before the start of the season.
I'm going to beat this. There's no question.
You see that? Listen, the man is big and he's strong. So he's going to fight. He means that. That's his nature. You should never have had it, though. You can't be that big and strong and have that unless there's something internal going on. He's got it bad. He's got what we call Sanpeka, S-A-N-P-A-K-U. But I'm gonna put these pictures one day. I'm gonna scan them in and put them on the program so you can see these features of there's signs, features on the body that lets you know that you have or going to sooner or later have cancers or arthritis and all of the other diseases. This one was called Super Sanpaku. He's got that type of image look. So he's going to fight. And he's probably going to fight for a long time because he's pretty big. But he shouldn't have to struggle all his life like this, trying to fight his way out. There's an easy way out. The expensive way is not the easy way. The easy way is simply stop eating meat. This may be too far gone. Don't know the medical history of him.
Dr. Oliver Sacks, renowned for delving deep into the mysteries of the mind, has died. As a prominent neurologist, Sacks chronicled severe brain disorders with an empathy and a kindness that also made him a best-selling author. His memoir, Awakenings, was adapted into an Oscar-nominated film in 1990, starring Robert De Niro and the late Robin Williams. Dr. Sacks announced he had terminal cancer in February. He was 82 years old.
Hey, that's the man that works with the brain and the mind, connected to the brain. But 82? Every day you hear about someone down around 82, 75. I got some more I've got to show you. But this program is not about showing regions of doom. This is about trying to warn you to get off of all the meat, get away from the poison. Let's see what else I have in store for you.
Mourning Hollywood's master of horror. Legendary filmmaker Wes Craven died Sunday following a long fight with brain cancer. the man behind iconic horror movie villains Freddy Krueger and Scream's Ghostface,
Oh, you want to play Psycho Killer?
passed away surrounded by family at his Los Angeles home. He was 76.
Now, you can paint me any way you want, but 76 is young, I'm trying to tell you. And if you ask all the young people in the world about 76, they'll think that's dying time, because that's all you hear is people dying around that age. But not naturally. You can live to be 200, or you could choose to die sooner. You may not want to stay in this game that long. But even if you did everything right, first of all, if you did everything right, you will live to 200. But let's say you got hit by a car, that's on you. So in other words, even if you can live and did everything right to live 200, you can get killed. But if you live a normal life, you will live it healthy, without disease, and running like a deer. See, I care.
Thousands of Americans, many walking around with it right now. People who may not know it could be deadly. NBC's Stephanie Goss has the first of our two-part report.
Oh, wait a minute. 1,000 what? Thousands of people? Hundreds of thousands? People have what? I need to know.
Extensive injuries put this mother of two at high risk for blood clots. As a precaution, doctors implanted a blood clot filter called the Recovery, made by medical device giant CyberLink. It's a 1.5-inch wire metal trap placed in the largest vein in the body to block clots from reaching the heart and lungs, where they could be fatal.
Let me explain. Them wires stuck all up in your arteries and stuff. Can't you see that? That particular person, they had an accident, car accident, broke a lot of bones and stuff, and it caused her arteries to get blood clots. But I'm showing you that video and that image of that human body there in 3D. I'm showing you that because I want you to see, I want you to imagine food going through there. And all of a sudden finding a vessel, a vein, a digestive system to cling on to. That eliminates the free flow of your natural energy. But he said 1,000 people have these things stuck up in their hearts. If I was you, I would look at the message and I would get away from eating these crazy foods. You're not paying attention to no handwriting on the wall here.
After rounds of testing, doctors discovered a piece from Bart's filter had broken off and pierced her heart.
Emergency open heart surgery within minutes. My family was notified, the priest was brought in like a hair.
Doctors saved Dodi's life by removing this sharp 1-inch piece of metal from her heart, something she keeps to this day. About 250,000 blood clot filters are implanted in patients like Dodi Froelich each year.
Did I hear that right? 8 million of those wires are placed in people? Hearts? 8 million? That's a lot of people. I know you say, it ain't me, but it's never me until later in life. See, the poisons take years to turn into that. It builds up and turns into that tumor. See? So during those years, you saying, oh, I feel good. Of course you do. But you don't want to end up like that. That's a whole lot of wires. That's some scary wires.
To 30 years may separate the birth of a first abnormal cell from the appearance of a tumor of about 1 cubic centimeter. The tumor forms many blood vessels in order to survive.
Blood clots comes from a lot of things, mostly from the meats and all that hard food, instead of soft, gentle food like vegetables and fruits. Imagine meat trying to get through there and then getting stuck. Colds do not come from viruses or germs. Colds act like a safety valve because your system is all messed up inside. It's trying to warn you that your system is all messed up inside and that it's about to form tumors. Alzheimer's, all of them diseases come from the way you eat and what you've been eating. Your children's defects, and when they're born like that, because the parents still had a bunch of that poison in them.
And that cancerous tumors are formed when a cell becomes abnormal and divides without control. Cells of the immune system are capable of detecting and killing these abnormal cells. But
now, I know you saw how ugly that thing was. And when you take the pictures of the outside, and I don't blame you, you got to also want to keep your inside beautiful as well. That's a bunch of poisons, all type of poisons, including sugar, trapped in there. And the cell could not breathe. And when it could not breathe, that allowed the bacteria and viruses then to be in there, to be created. That's for the cancer tumor. I think I'm gonna leave you with a tune, a song that I composed, maybe just to soften it a little taste. Good night.